Welcome to AI4LIB. Here is the weekly digest of artificial intelligence in library and information science. I am your host, Sukhdev Singh, and this week we explore a profound transformation underway in libraries worldwide. Our theme this week is the Neural Archive, the journey from libraries as simple information stores to intelligent systems capable of autonomous execution. Over the next few minutes, we will cover 10 critical topics that every library professional needs to understand in 2026. Let us begin. This slide addresses a question that is reshaping higher education. Who leads AI literacy on campus? The answer, increasingly, is librarians. Universities worldwide are moving away from AI avoidance toward AI education. And because libraries are neutral, campus-wide spaces, they are emerging as the primary leaders of this effort. As this slide shows, the modern library is evolving into an AI learning hub with 3 core functions: providing safe experimentation with generative AI tools, teaching effective prompt techniques for interacting with large language models, and guiding students and faculty through the ethical challenges of bias, misinformation, and academic integrity. A global analysis of over 1,600 research papers from 2020-2025 confirms that this shift is happening worldwide, with emerging leadership from Asia and Africa. An important point here is that to use AI responsibly, we must first understand how it learns. This slide illustrates the pre-training engine that powers tools like ChatGPT and Claude. During pre-training, the model processes trillions of patterns drawn from 6 major sources: web crawls such as Common Crawl, books for long-form reasoning, Wikipedia for structured facts, forums like Reddit and Stack Exchange for conversational patterns, code repositories for logical structuring, and scientific sources like AR14 and PubMed for academic depth. This training produces 2 types of outputs: trained knowledge, which is the inherent memory of the model, and retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, which allows the system to search in real time and ground its answers in verifiable, specific sources. Understanding this distinction is essential for evaluating AI outputs in library and research contexts. As we can see here, traditional library search systems have a fundamental limitation. They expect users to already know the right words. If a database contains the terms climate change and agriculture, but a user searches for global warming and farming, traditional keyword search returns nothing. The information stays hidden. AI-powered semantic discovery changes this entirely. As illustrated on the right side of the slide, the system understands the relationships between concepts, connecting global warming to climate change impacts and farming to agriculture through natural language understanding. This is not just a technological upgrade. It is a shift toward human-centered discovery, where the library system thinks the way users think. Research published this week in Information Technology and Libraries explores exactly how institutions are building these platforms. This slide presents a practical roadmap for library professionals working with institutional repositories such as DSpace and EPrints. The good news is that repositories do not need to be replaced. They can be upgraded through a layered approach. At level 1, with no coding required, institutions can enable automated metadata extraction from PDFs using Grobid and integrate ORCID for author disambiguation. At level 2, API-based integration enables NLP classification, AI-generated abstracts, and usage analytics dashboards. At level 3, advanced institutions can deploy RAG-based semantic search, conversational chatbot interfaces, and even locally hosted large language models. The foundational requirement across all 3 levels, as noted at the bottom of this slide, is high-quality metadata, active API access, and skilled library staff to validate AI outputs. An important point here is the generational shift in how library discovery systems work. This comparison table maps 3 eras. Traditional OPACs performed search and retrieval based on exact keywords, with humans acting as searchers and interpreters. The output was a list of books or links. Assistive AI from 2018 to 2023 introduced recommendation and summarization, accepting natural language questions and returning conversational summaries. Now, Agentic AI, the era we have entered in 2024, operates on complex goal directives. The system plans and executes multi-step tasks. The human role shifts from prompt engineer to evaluator and supervisor. And crucially, the output is no longer just a conversational summary. It is a compiled, formatted, workflow-ready result. This evolution has profound implications for how libraries design their services and train their staff. This slide reveals what makes agentic AI systems function. 4 layers are working together beneath the surface. Layer 1 is ingestion, converting documents and records into machine-readable formats. The library's impact here is automated cataloging reach ING 70 to 80% accuracy, though human review remains essential. Layer 2 is planning, breaking complex user goals into executable steps, enabling the generation of structured, verified reading lists for complex reference queries. Layer 3 is integration, connecting catalogs, databases, and external APIs, which enables deep subject classification using semantic tools such as UNIF. Layer 4 is output, producing not just text, but workflow-ready results. The library impact at this layer is significant. Administrative workflow automation is already saving 30 to 50% of staff time in institutions where these systems have been deployed. This slide addresses one of the most important and concerning developments in AI-assisted research this week. A new paper in the journal Accountability in Research argues that AI hallucinated citations are not merely technical errors, they can constitute research misconduct. The pathway to this breach is illustrated in 4 phases. Phase 1 is the glitch. The AI generates a non-existent citation. Phase 2 is the human failure. The researcher accepts it without verification. Phase 3 is the contamination. That hallucinated citation is used as evidence in literature-based research, such as systematic reviews or bibliometric analysis. Phase 4 is the breach. Because the citation functions as data, this legally constitutes data fabrication under federal research integrity regulations. The takeaway at the bottom of this slide is crucial. The core problem is not the use of AI. It is the absence of human verification. As we can see here, there's a practical and immediately usable solution to the hallucination problem. This slide presents a self-critique prompt technique. After receiving an AI response you are uncertain about, paste this prompt. Pause. I think there may be a glitch. Review your previous answer for mistakes, missing steps, unsupported assumptions, and invented details. Then rewrite the answer more carefully and give a confidence rating from 1 to 10. The mechanism, as shown in the center of this slide, forces the model to abandon probability-based generation and activate an internal self-check cycle, identifying its own logical gaps. The output gauge on the right guides interpretation. Scores of 9 to 10 are likely reliable. 7 to 8 are probably correct, but should be verified. 5 to 6 require caution. And anything below 5 should not be trusted without independent verification. This is a tool every library professional and researcher should have ready. This slide presents the most important reassurance for library professionals navigating this transformation. AI augments the librarian. It does not replace them. At the center of this diagram are the enduring core strengths of library professionals: critical evaluation, information literacy, and ethics. These are precisely the capacities that AI cannot replicate. Around these strengths, role evolution is already visible. The cataloger is becoming an AI supervisor, managing automated ingestion and correcting metadata drift. The reference librarian is evolving into a research strategist, crafting complex prompts and verifying agentic AI outputs. The collection specialist is transforming into a data-informed decision maker, using AI analytics for targeted curation. Supporting these roles, 4 competency areas frame the outer ring: AI literacy, prompt engineering, teaching responsible AI use, and data privacy advocacy. The path forward is clear: build on existing strengths and grow into these new dimensions. Our final slide this week poses the deepest question of this entire discussion. Libraries have always held a position of trust in society. In the past, the library's role was access. It stored knowledge, provided books, and the human interpreted the meaning. In the present, the role has shifted to interpretation. Systems now summarize content, explain context, and curate the discovery experience. But the future trajectory points toward influence, where agentic systems will suggest actions based on synthesized research and the library guides decisions. And that brings a critical question displayed prominently on this slide. If libraries begin to guide decisions, who controls the guidance? Because when knowledge becomes guidance, it becomes power. This is the question that Libraries 2045 is exploring, and it is a question that every library professional, policymaker, and educator must take seriously today. Thank you for watching this week's AI4LIB Digest. If you found this valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And join our WhatsApp community. The link is in the description below. We will see you again next week.